I said, okay, everybody who's 10, let me ask you a question. Who decided what you wore here today? They said, my mom. I said, who decided what you ate today? They said, my mom. I said, who even decided that you were even coming here today? They said, my mom. I said, but you know, even at that, Texas can still hold you criminally responsible for certain conduct. And yet, we have this outcome, and when we're talking about raising age, what struck me is they do have another bill on raising age in Texas over the legislature. And that's to raise the age at which you can smoke to 21. And so, yet at the same time, the legislature doesn't recognize that if you don't have enough in the way of all of the brain matter it takes to decide whether to smoke, but yet we can hold you criminally responsible at 17 as an adult, that doesn't make sense to me. And I guess with that, I will close and say sometimes the legislature does things that doesn't make sense. And the only way to change that is for you all to get involved and to stay involved.
Representative White, if you'll give us just your perspective on kind of the conservative perspective of raise the age in the state of Texas.
Thank you so much for that in the audience there and see young faces. I think over in the, but I think over in the Capitol I see more gray beards and gray heads. So it's good to see youth and people with full of energy to get out here and help us get these things done. Just real quick, I don't know if this is a conservative perspective or a liberal perspective, but when I get these types of ideas, and I think we need to look at this across the board when we tackle tough issues and even simple issues, it's just one simple word: outcomes. I've told some folks I can cut the budget, I can cut. So when I look at raise the age, it's regardless of how you get there from a policy standpoint, it's the outcomes. And is it good for public safety? Is it good for victims? And is it good for those that have offended? And when I go through that checklist, it's yes, yes, yes. My colleague, Chairman Dutton, is right. It's very political over at the Capitol. Too often, we decide if bills pass based on whose name's on the bill, or if it's a House bill or a Senate bill, but no one asks the question, what are the outcomes? And I think that's what we should focus on. If I could just do one footnote here, when I was looking at some of your talking points on raise the age, and they're all good talking points, and they all are valid and valid from a statistical basis, but it says the adult system, for example, is focused more on punishment, not rehabilitation. Well, that may be true, but then even in that instance, that is a choice that we've made here in Texas, that our adult system is not based on, is based on punishment and not on rehabilitation. But this is what we do know. We do know that 17-year-olds are still very receptive, their brains, their cognitive development, they're still very receptive to many of the programming that we have in the juvenile justice system, and our colleague to my left, your right, will discuss that. Similar, I won't say exactly, but similar to my colleague to my right and your left, Chairman Dutton, I have a similar bill that even on the lower end, on the 10 to 12-year-old, I wouldn't say that mine is raised age, it's probably more of bridge the age, where these young kids from 10 to 12 that sort of get into some challenging situations, that we have our TJJD folks, our county TJJD folks, as Texas Juvenile Justice Department, and also CPS working with the family, the mother and the dad, along with the child. Because in many instances, if we do great work, especially with our young kids in the juvenile justice system, but we send them right back to the same poor domestic environment, we really haven't solved the problem, right? So I'm really applauding and supporting my colleague, Chairman Dutton. When we look at these issues, we have to look at everything, not just the older raised age issue, 17 to 18, but also on the lower end, and the mental health issues and the housing issues. You have to look at all of it. You can't just cherry pick and do a whole lot of little bitty stuff ineffectively and inefficiently. You got to look at all of it, doing it effectively, and then you get the efficiencies and the good outcomes that we deserve. Thank you very much.